जयपुर वाया कोटा
कृपया ध्यान आपो अहमदाबाद
दिल्ली में आपका स्वागत
Lucknow Junction.
ನಿಲ್ದಾಣದ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೊರಟಿರುವರೆ
Hyderabad Bhattacharjya Express পরবর্তী স্টেশন নেতাজি ভবন कृपया ध्यान दियो
Well, it was a balmy summer evening 12 years ago when we were at the ground at the Wankhede Stadium. An eventful evening, as it turned out to be. I mean, in terms of the cricket that was played. Because that was the day when, Joy? No, in the cricket. What happened? Tell us.
KKR last beat MI at the Wankhede.
That's right. And now, 12 years later, on this momentous day, we welcome into the studio for the first time this season, Mr. Shaun Pollock. Applause!
Good to be back, boys. Good to be back.
How's it going?
All good. Can't complain.
Oh, wait, hang on. Sorry, I did it wrong. I'll have to do it like how they do it in
How's it?
South Africa. How's it?
How's it going?
How's it? Is that correct?
Prachtig.
What?
What if Afrikaans just thrown in for you?
Yeah, this has come out of syllabus. I'd only prepared one item. I'd only prepared one item, sir. You're watching Cricbuzz Live, where usually I, Gaurav Kapur, don't prepare any items. Just fly by the seat of our pants. We have joining us all the way from South Africa. Is that good? Is that good? South Africa?
South African?
South Africa?
That's very New Zealand, mate.
That's very New Zealand. Which is full of South Africans.
Yeah,
actually. We have Shaun Pollock joining us for the first time. So welcome. Welcome, dear sir.
Yes.
Welcome. Just want to inform you that things here are getting pretty heated up. Not with, in the guessing game.
I heard it's gone to the next level.
Yep. It's become pretty Olympic. It's become...
And just because you lead in, it's become even more.
what I'm trying to do is I'm almost trying to become like a non-executive chairman in this now.
Ooh.
Like,
Just watch the way he's sort of preparing that just in case things go south, he's got a nice story.
the thing is that even if things go south for me today and tomorrow, day after, I don't think I'm going to go south on this.
Oh, it's a big lead.
Because,
Big lead.
Well, you got to just look there. I haven't made a mistake yet, have I?
That's a good way of looking at it. That's a good way. I like it. Glass.
I'm a bit concerned about Pommy. Pommy's not on the board.
Pommy's, it's not for lack of trying.
Okay.
He's tried 4 times and failed by just a little bit. But yeah, I hope he can get on the board. I sprinkled some angel dust on him like this. I told him to sit down and I just kind of did a little bit of this. So hopefully he'll get the next one right. And we, of course, have Mr. Bhattacharjya here as well. Welcome. Hello and welcome. I just want to tell you that when that fateful evening of 2012 happened, when KKR last beat MI at the Wankhede, and then beat on but I just want to say that there are 3 people here who were all present at the ground that evening, all in varying capacities with different vantage points of how everything went down. So who's going to start with
Stitching together these narratives. It's worth a documentary. That evening is worth a documentary.
Anything you'd like to add to that?
Yeah, we lost the game. 140 and we couldn't chase it down. That's all I'm willing to say.
I'll tell you one thing though. It's not going to be a 140 game today, right? The way things have been going in this season, forget the fact that a dozen years later the game has completely changed. I'd say in the last 2 years, the game has changed so much. And now there's a dozen players, which means there's an impact sub. So there's 12 players in every team. And I just want to get Polly's quick thought on it. Impact sub, yay or nay?
Well, I was kind of sitting on the fence for a while, but the effect it's having on the all-rounders, not having to play their part as much as they should, means as a past all-rounder, I'm giving it a nay.
Okay, excellent. I have a few more questions for you. These are not yay or nay questions. This is like a little survey. Since this is day 1 for you here, we thought we'd, just ask your opinion on things and how they've gone down so far. So,
Put me on the spot. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, considering that they've come to me from Behana Produce on email and you're marked on it, I don't think it's a surprise. You're a CC on the email. I think you had the questions.
Like I read emails?
Oh, I like how you played that. Excellent. So there you go. These are questions you have never seen before. Shaun Pollock.
Hit me.
Here they come. In the year 1907, when I'm just kidding, I'm kidding. Your countrymate Gerald Coetzee, how has he gone so far?
Happy.
Yeah, you're happy with it? Excellent.
Couple of 150 clicks. Happy.
Excellent. What about that blue headband Karate Kid situation?
I don't know if him and Hardik are pulling it
Yeah,
off as well as they could.
that headband has
But
to go.
there's a history behind it and why it's done from his perspective. So I get it, but
Okay.
not the kind of look.
The guy
Headband and the mustaches, those have to go, that's all. Those,
Yeah. Oh, yeah, those 80s B films. Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah. 20 players in 10 games. Has MI failed to figure out their best 11?
Definitely.
Yeah. Okay. How would you rate Hardik, the captain?
I think he was brilliant at Gujarat. I don't think he's found his niche as yet at Mumbai.
Okay. It's getting tougher now. If you were to name your 4 retentions for next year.
Okay, we're going Bumrah, of course. Ska, 2. Tilak Varma, 3.
Okay, I just want to say that there's one spot left and both the captains are not there yet.
And Hardik. Well, you'd have to be.
But one captain is there.
You'd have to because I mean you can't. I don't know if you can go back after what you've
Okay.
done. So I would say him.
I know a lot of you have one particular question as a follow-up to that, but I'm not going to ask it. Do you see MI reaching the playoffs?
Well, no one's ever reached the playoffs on 14 points when there's been 10 teams. So as much as I hate to say this, I don't see them making the playoffs this time around.
Yep, it is a tough one. We, of course, will defer in just a moment to scenarios.com because that's Shaun Pollock's patent. It's his website, Shaun Pollock at scenarios.com. And we will, because we have taken it out. Deepu, Roshan and Shashikanta, our stats people, have taken out scenarios.com for Mumbai to qualify. But I'll come to that. Oh, do we have it ready? Do they have it? Excellent. Let's just show you. Let's show you how they can do it, Paulie.
Scenarios to go. There you go. They obviously have to win their last 4. Rajasthan have to do them the favour of winning all their games. 2 of Kolkata, Hyderabad, Lucknow get to 16 points or beyond, while the third loses all their fixtures and stays on 12. There's the problem, that no one's qualified on 14 before. So they're going to have to rely on a lot of things going their way. Chennai win at most one of their last 4 games. Can you see that happening, considering that there are a couple of home games, although their home form hasn't been that well?
Yeah.
And the 4 bottom halves, Delhi, Punjab, Gujarat and Bangalore, don't go beyond 12. So scenarios.com, it is possible, but would someone say likely?
Look, simple calculations. Simple
Calculation is, I'll tell you. Have you seen Little Britain? Computer says no.
So forget the rest of them. If you just calculate the first 2 points, let's go back to the, just put up the graphic. Your first 2 points need win, 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 win.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's half into half into half into half. That's 1 by 16.
Okay.
Into half into half into half into half because they need to win theirs as well. Okay. So that's basically 1 by 256 is basically where you're starting off.
Yeah.
That means your chances are 1 by 250 at the start point.
Yeah.
Okay. 1 by 250 is about 0.4% to start with.
Yeah.
I'm not even calculating the others.
Okay.
So basically, even if you see the first 2 criterias, your chances of qualifying are less than 0.4%.
So it's 1 in a?
Much less than a percent.
One in a?
Lots, yeah.
So you're like 1 in 1,000?
What Joy
It
is
would be
not,
much worse than 1 in 1,000.
what Joy is not wanting to say is that Mumbai have won something like 23 games against Kolkata. And that the 2 games, or 2 of the 4 that they have to play are against Kolkata. So those 2 are kind
I just
of givens.
want Shaun to know that Kolkata won an IPL title before Mumbai.
I see that shots have been fired already. I like it. I like it. So if you're saying 1 in like 10,000, so what you're saying is that there is a chance.
There's a chance. Yeah. For all Mumbai supporters, there is a chance. There is a finite chance.
That was a Jim Carrey dialogue from Dumb and Dumber. I don't know how many of you have seen that film, but if you haven't seen that film, well, you can watch the show. On most nights, it is. Just that. No. Don't disrespect my guests, okay? Say whatever you want to about me. And also, don't say anything about KKR when Joy is sitting here. Only I can do it, because I have some questions. Well, thankfully, there is no question that says can KKR qualify this year or not, because that's definitely a better chance than 1 in 1,000. I can tell you that. Based out of 10. So we're giving you a 1:10 because you like the numbers, as has been proved. Shreyas, the skipper.
6, 7. Closer to 7. 7, I'd say.
7 out of 10. Salt and Narine as an opening pair. 12? 13?
Yeah, I'd love to give it. I'd give them a 9. They've overperformed, exceed expectations, as they say in your.
They've averaged more than 9, haven't they?
Yeah. I can't believe. What's the one more that you want from them? What, to get 200 in the power play? What do you want?
No, they can also clean up afterwards and do everything. They've already done everything.
Switch the floodlights off before leaving. Fair enough. Good point. The usage of Rinku.
5. But I look, to be fair, I don't think they had much alternative. They started him for a particular position. Also, what they wanted to do was play Ankarish Raghuvansh and Venkatesh Iyer into some sort of form because they felt they'd need them. So it's unfair on him, but it is what
Rinku's been a victim of their batting success, actually. Just haven't needed him that much. Haven't needed Russell that much. And Harshit as a death bowler.
Good. 7 could be 9 in a few years.
Oh, excellent. Blue chip stock. And Stark with the new ball.
I have to go 3, 4, 3.
Sure.
I mean, given the fact that you paid 24 points, that much money for him.
Yeah.
He's really not giving you returns.
24 point that much money.
I mean, after that, you don't count after 24. You should.
Well, it's a good thing that your 3 on 10 credit rating does not affect his payment. So that's a good thing. So, yeah, it works out for him. Well, it is a big game today. It is a marquee game. It's one of those superstar games. It's the one that, gets top billing. It's Mumbai and Kolkata. And they're playing at Wankhede, and of course the context of what has happened, the history of what has happened. But going into this game, obviously it's completely different because one team is a spot away from the top and one team is a spot away from the bottom. Polly, who would have thunk it, right? I mean, yes, KKR at 2, completely believable, but MI being at 9 after all these games, two-thirds into the tournament, who would have thunked it?
Yeah, massive surprise for me. I mean, they're obviously a proud franchise, aren't they? And things haven't gone according to plan. It was 5th and then last and then 4th, just sneaking into 4th and now sitting 1 from the bottom. So it's definitely not where they want to be. I think they've got a few things wrong, to be brutally honest. I think particularly in the bowling department. Bumrah's been head and shoulders above what else has been presented, but it doesn't seem like they know who's the ones to pick. It doesn't seem like they know whose role. I mean, the amount of different options that have opened the bowling and bowled in the power play, the spinners that they've chopped and changed with, Nabi not even bowling his full spells. But when you look at that side, you say to yourselves, if we have to chase something against that bowling attack, you're thinking we've got it covered.
Yeah.
And that's where you're going with that. You're thinking there's definitely we should be able to knock off whatever's put on the board because you kind of look after Bumrah and then that's the kind of big job you have to do. Whereas on the reverse, the surprise is that they've only won 1 of their 4 chases.
Yeah.
But chasing-wise, you look at that lineup and you think to yourself, gosh, put whatever you're on the board, you're still not convinced you got enough. I mean, if in normal terms, KKR put 260 on the board, they look at that lineup that's coming up against a chaser, you're still thinking, well, we haven't secured this win because they've got that firepower, but they haven't. They haven't kicked on like they should. So, yes, they missed Sky to start, but it hasn't been their best cricket. I mean, you watch from a distance and you always wonder inside the camp what is exactly going on that's making them not fire the way they should. And with the captaincy change, that can contribute. But it has been disappointing from their perspective and watching as a fan.
I think that batting unit has just not been able to put on a cohesive performance. Today they are chasing again. Mumbai has won the toss and they've put the Knight Riders into bat. And we'll have a look at the teams. Of course, for the Knight Riders, Harshit Rana will be missing because he's serving a 1-match ban. We're looking at the Mumbai team. And, I think seniority has been pulled. Rohit Sharma has finally told Sky, enough of you sitting out. I'm the senior. Right? I'll be the impact sub. Thank you. I'll sit out the fielding effort. So, no Rohit Sharma there. So, Ishan Kishan, Surya Kumar Yadav. This is, of course, the bowling team. So, Tilak Verma, Tim David, Naman Dheer, Nehal Vadera, Hardik Pandya, Gerald Kudzie, Piyush Chawla, Jasprit Bumrah, Nuwan Tushara. So, this is, it's a good bowling.
Yeah, no Nabi, which obviously kind of makes sense because he hasn't bowled his full 4 overs of his quota. But I think the key is going to be the start for KKR has been really good. you've got to start with Tushara and Bumrah. I think those two are different kettle of fish on this kind of surface. I think with his action, with his pace, with his skill to shape it back at Narine, I think he's going to cause problems. So I expect him to strike early in this game. And Tushara showed in his last game, brilliant with that new ball. I mean, the way he got that to swing, I think it's going to be a different fight for KKR today. I can see some early wickets.
Yeah.
And that's how they've got to apply the pressure, because they haven't been applying the pressure through the middle. So I would maybe give them 2 overs, those two up front, and say, come on, make some inroads and put under some additional early pressure.
Okay, we'll talk about the Mumbai bowling in just a second. I want to quickly show you the Calcutta batting team that they're putting up. They're going to be batting first, of course, and boy, it's the opposite, right, of what's happening with Mumbai. While these guys have got the big hitters as well, they are coming together as a cohesive unit, and that's why they're putting up all these big scores. You have Phil Salt, it's more than a sprinkle of salt at the top because he's been getting runs. I think he's got 450s already and quite destructive in his strike rate. Sunil Narine, well, yesterday again, Pommy called him the MVP so far of the tournament, and I think that's quite a unanimous call from everyone because he's playing proper innings. It's not just come and swing for the fences. Then Angresh Raghuvanshi, the captain Shreyas Iyer, Venkatesh Iyer, Rinku Singh, Andre Russell, Ramandeep Singh. Mitchell Stark, can swing the bat, but that's going up till number 9. I don't think, they've needed that much batting in this tournament, but that's proper batting till 8 and a solid hitter at 9 as well. And we'll have a look at the impact subs later. They'll get a bowler in, obviously.
Definitely.
They'll get a bowler in, but Mumbai is bowling first, so we're going to talk about that because their pace bowlers have really travelled, and we feel like in the heat of Mumbai today, against this red-hot batting lineup of the Knight Riders, we felt that they need some advice. So this is the coolest advice powered by Crompton Air Coolers, #Jaldi Cooling, because I think the Mumbai bowlers need a little bit of cooling because it's going to be hot today against that batting lineup, against this surface. You know that there hasn't been a game here for over a week, I think about 10 days. So you know that this surface is not going to be a bowler's friend today. But for their pace bowlers, for the fact that the power play, they're not being able to penetrate in the power play, they're giving away a lot of runs. What is the advice you'd give them, Polly?
Yeah, I mean, if you have a look at that, the international stars haven't been great so far. If you go Wood, Shepherd, Mpaka, Tushara, they haven't been at their best. I mean, there you can see the 2 green figures. Bumrah's obviously been head and shoulders above what you've seen. But I think they've got to make that new ball talk. And we've seen Narine walk with confidence now. He's really built up confidence. That's one of the matches the other day. He was charging down the wicket and looking to hit someone over the top. And how often do you see that? So they have to apply that pressure. So get your most experienced players. I think Tushara showed, as I say, with the new ball in the last game, that he's got the ability to shape it and he can be effective up front. Give Bumrah and let them set the tone for 4 overs. Don't go away from that option. Put them under immense pressure. I think it's a different fight to be able to deal with those 2 for 4 overs.
Yeah, I mean, Joy, in an ideal world, they'd want to transfer 1 over from each bowler to Jasprit Bumrah. But you can't do that. He has to bowl 4. They're just bowling him 2 up front because obviously they need him at the back as well. And they'd like him to be like omnipresent, but he can't. So where do they go? Is that the option you
No,
agree with
absolutely.
as well?
See, one of the things they've done is sometimes they bowled the first over to spin or the first over to Hardik, thinking that, I'll save the over. With this team, with the KKR team that you currently have, the first thing is that I seriously believe no team has really challenged Sunil Narine in the spots where he doesn't like the ball. That's slightly short to the body.
The armpit and...
And you're going to get hit, but that's not the problem. I mean, you will get hit once or twice, but he will not like it if he can't go down to the pitch. And you've got 2 bounces and over now. The rules have changed. You have more in your arsenal. Yeah. They need to, and they just don't need to, they need to attack in the beginning. What's happening is a lot of teams are saying, can I sneak out a couple of overs in the power play? Because, that'll save me. Don't try and sneak out overs. Try and attack in the power play instead of trying to finish overs. That's my one thing. The second is they've had a lot of problems because if they got Mafaka in, they said that, okay, let's try him with a new ball. And a lot of those bowlers have travelled.
Luke Wood.
Yeah. So I'm saying, go with your best up front. Your best chance against KKR is going with the best up front because KKR have benefited from their starts. Last year, KKR was a finishing team. This year, KKR is a start team.
Yeah.
You've got to attack them with your best up front.
But how good have those starts been from KKR? I mean, he gives it 9 out of 10. I reckon it's 12 out of 10.
Yeah, we agree.
If you had said to me that Narine will do this for the whole season, what he's done so far, I mean, you would have never seen that coming. Even when after the auction, I looked and I thought, Jason Roy, maybe Cricbuzz up top, how effective can they or can't they be? There was none of them who were going to be as effective as these two.
Yeah.
So this is where the case has been stated for KKR throughout the season. That's where you got to hit them. If you knock that over, then all of a sudden it has a knock-on effect.
Well, I think our advice for the Mumbai bowlers is that just take a sick leave today, man. Just say, I'm not feeling too well. Oh, I got a little fever.
No, it's not. It's not. It's back yourself, but just stay cool.
Oh, I like it. I like it. Go with that, not with this. He knows just a little more about fast bowling than I do. So go with what he's saying. We've got a few winning pieces of advice coming in from our viewers as well. So let's go through our list of winners. Who is it? Let's have a look-see. We've got Ritaz, who says, my coolest advice for Kolkata is keep 2-3 overs of spin for Tim David. It may affect Mumbai's death over scoring. Oh, okay. Interesting. All right. If it goes all the way till there. My coolest advice would be to move Rinku Singh up the batting order. That's from Tatai. And another one. Do we have another one? That's the 2. All right. So that's the 2. So congratulations to you. You've won goodies from Crompton. So you can all send in your advice as well. And of course, we'd love to put them up here. This was our coolest advice powered by Crompton Air Coolers. #Jaldi Cooling. All right, yes, definitely want to talk about Sunil Narine because this is, I think they spoke about it as well, Joy. This has been a Gautam Gambhir move, right? You sometimes look at it and you go, all right, we were all convinced that this was an experiment that had gone past its sell-by date.
Absolutely.
Right? He has brought it out, right? Dusted off the cobwebs of this idea because we thought it had run its course. And this is what it's given us. And this has just been one of the magical inputs of Gautam Gambhir. And I know I do. I'm preaching to the choir when I tell you how good he is strategically, right?
No, absolutely amazing. The runs, okay? I think in the last 4 editions combined, he had about 256 runs, 275 runs.
Yeah.
He's got 372 runs just this year, and we've got 5 matches just in the league stage left to go. That batting average, that strike rate, I don't even want to talk about, but also wickets. And I believe that as a bowler, he's discovering, there's a certain venom in his delivery, which in the middle he had become an economical bowler, but was not the strike bowler that he was in 11, 12, 13, 14.
Yeah.
That 12, 13, 14. So I think he's gone back to his better days. And look, it always helps when you're getting wicket. I mean, when your team is doing well as well, you're putting big totals on the board. So everything is helping.
Yeah.
And he's also getting confidence out of his batting. So I think he's giving you I think even Gautam Gambhir, you're totally right, must have said, you know what, I'll try it for 2-3 matches. If it works, it works. It doesn't. And then once it clicks, you don't ever have to go back.
Yeah, the collective confidence also helps. It's a great point, though.
Yeah, huge. I mean, knock-on effect for an all-rounder. When you're going well in one area, it definitely plays its part. But I mean, if you had gone to the auction and you'd bought someone new, so instead of Sunil Narine and Narine Sunil, that had just all of a sudden appeared and you didn't know what this guy was capable, and you'd got him on as an opening batter, and he had got 370 runs and averaged 41, you'd have been over the moon. If you'd gone at a strike rate of 180, you'd be more over the moon. If you'd got 11 wickets to go with it, you'd be even more over the moon. And then his economy rate's under 7. So we always used to go MVP for some other players, but he is the one who has stepped up the season. And he is the reason why they're sitting so close to the top.
Yeah, he's just been absolutely brilliant. And what has also helped him is the fact that, Jason Roy was in the KKR team, decided not to come for whatever reason, and they had to choose a replacement. They could not have chosen a better replacement. I remember watching him when England was playing in West Indies, the T20 series. I think he got 200s in that series. And those were proper hundreds. And you were looking at that and going, my God, why is he not in the IPL? And next thing you know, he's drafted up and it just couldn't go better.
Yeah, I mean, he's just had an absolutely fantastic run. Yeah. And I think every time he's got the opportunity, he's made it count. And a lot of English players, what happens is that the players who played here for 2-3 years, if they come on small contracts, you'll see a lot of dropouts because the amount of tax they have to pay and everything they have to pay their county, it doesn't work out for them.
Yeah.
But Salt was hungry. I mean, Salt was hungry because all players know that the IPL is finally the biggest stage of T20.
Yeah.
So he wanted to come out here. Now he's come out here. He's got this golden opportunity to open in a franchise like this. So he's just having a blast. Yeah. And he's not thinking at all. He's just on it. And he plays for Lancashire. He's a gun batter around the world.
Yeah.
And he's just bought his form here. And what happens is he's a streaky player. So he's like, he hits it twice, the third time he's even more confident.
Yeah.
So he's like just building on his successes,
Yeah, he opens the batting in the SA20 with Will Jacks. But on countless occasions, I've seen him get a start, like maybe get to 20 or get to 30 and then not kind of kick on. He got 250s last year for Delhi, where he showed glimpses of what he was capable of. But I think the key has been this season that if he's got himself to 20, there's been more than a couple of times that he's carried on and got that big score.
450s out of 6.
Yeah, and that's a maturity. So he's definitely maturing, understanding that, hey, don't give it away. I mean, it's countless times in these situations where you get off to a start, you get out, you go sit in the dressing room and go, oh, wow, why did I give it away? And eventually the penny drops, like, don't give it away. And he's still been aggressive. His strike rate's been fantastic. But I think there's just a little bit of a mind change where he's saying to himself, come on, you're better than just a good 20. Let's try and get a bigger score.
You know, when he said that, I was just thinking of the possibility of England opening with Phil and Will at the World Cup. I said,
There's a chap on the county circuit called Pepper.
is there?
Yeah?
We just
Salt and pepper. Now, there would be an opening partnership.
I just hope it never happens because the pun
There's too
world,
many onions also.
the pun world will explode. I just can't take it. Like, it'll just be too much. It's too low-hanging a fruit. Don't do it, please. You're right, there's onions as well.
Yeah, exactly. But if you look at it, the Butler gave Salt a chance.
Oh,
I'll tell you
stop
why.
it.
True, because Butler was the opening batter for Lancashire.
That's true.
And when Butler went off for national duty, Phil Salt got his opportunities.
Yeah.
So basically, if Butler hadn't played for England, Salt wouldn't have got a chance to play for Lancashire.
Yeah, so the butler passed the salt.
He Buster passed the Salt.
That's it. That's what he did. Stop it. We're going to stop it right now. The one glaring difference between both these teams is the spin department. Geez, it's chalk and cheese, isn't it? Like, with no disrespect to Piyush Chawla and Mohammad Nabi. Nabi, of course, is not playing today, but they are more at, the sunset of their career. Whereas with Chakravarti and Sunil Narine, you'd have to say that, best spin pair. I know they're up against some, right? There's Chahal and Ashwin. There's Kuldeep and Akshar. But these two, Chakravarti and Sunil Narine, geez, they're up there as well.
Yeah, they've been real quality. I think the way they just control those middle overs, I think, has been fantastic. It does tend to happen more in Kolkata than some of the other grounds around on the IPL circuit. And I would think that finger spinning at Wankhede Stadium has proved to be a little bit more difficult than some of the other grounds. So I think they've really got things with the batting lineup that MI have got. In the middle, it might be a little bit more difficult for them. There we can see some facts and figures that show.
This is about Mumbai, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, about how Mumbai is not being able to... Their spin department has not had teeth this time. But they haven't even played spin. Sorry, just want to add to that, Joy. There was one game where Shreyas Gopal was playing. He was the only spinner. I think he bowled just one over. So they have been going more quick than spin.
So anyway, the Wankhede, very rarely do you play does Mumbai play more than one spin at the Wankhede? Because it's not a surface that does well. You can look at it. Two wickets in the matches they played out here. It's just... they haven't really got opportunities out there. And outside, look, they haven't got the greatest spinners because, Piyush is, he was there in IPL 2008. He's one of the greats of the IPL.
Wow. Yeah.
140, 150 wickets. He's one of the legitimate greats. But he's at the end of what is a fantastic career. What you want Piyush Chawla and the team is now to have a young spinner there who he's mentoring and who's, coming to the side.
Fair point.
And yet they're throwing him the ball and saying, do the hard work.
Yeah.
He's bowling in power plays. All credit to him, but that's not what he should be doing at this stage in his career. Mumbai should have had at least one more quality spinner, which they don't. And of course, the one quality spinner that they had when Shaun Pollock was there, who they decided to present on a platter away was...
Chahal.
They had Chahal and Kuldeep, which they gave away.
Here's the thing, man, with little Yuzi. He's so sweet. He's such a happy bloke that, people just keep passing him away like a gift to give. They gifted him to Bangalore. Bangalore gifted him to Rajasthan. And everybody has lived to regret that decision. Mumbai not as much. Bangalore, definitely. Geez, Bangalore is looking at their season now and they're looking at Chahal. Don't look at what Chahal did last night, because last night was an aberration on many, many counts. One of those being that yesterday the air was the ground. Do you know what I'm talking about? First of all, you didn't watch the show last night.
I didn't watch it.
You didn't watch the show last night. I'm going to make you watch it right now. I'll tie you to the chair if I have to. But yeah, yesterday, according to... There was a couple of things that were in the air which are presumed to be in the ground. That's all I will say. If you know, you know. That's all. Well, today the ball's going to be hit in the air a lot, I can tell you. The Knight Riders are, of course, batting first at Wankhede. They're batting first because there was a bit of a contentious decision at the toss, by the way. I've just been told that at the toss there was a little bit of confusion. The match referee picked the coin up before the camera could get there. So, yet again, at the Wankhede, a toss creates headlines.
But who won the toss? I mean, Mumbai won.
Yes, Mumbai won the toss. Yeah.
Opted to field first.
There was a little confusion and Mumbai came away as winners of the toss. That's all I'd say. That's all. That's what happened. I'm giving you the exact relay of what happened as my producer tells me in my ear. We'll find out more, of course, when, we finish the show and we go and we have a look at it. But right now, we'll have a look at things which are far more contentious, far more scandalous, far more controversial. That's the joy factor question. Over to you.
Okay, this cricketer made his test debut in India in 79, identifies son who has a test century in each innings against the same opposition.
What? His son. Nepotism question. Okay.
Nepo kid.
Who's the Nepo kid? Who's the Nepo kid? I have no idea. As usual. And anyway, my mind is ticking towards something else, which is the Knight Riders batting first.
Yep.
Score guess. How many are they going to get? We're going to start with our esteemed guess.
197.
What are you saying? This is too low. But okay, I'll give it.
Just right.
Just right. Just right.
Just right.
Just right. 197.
But this...
I just want to say that if he gets one right, he goes to 100%.
I know. He's already the most successful MI captain, as our producer told us. 3 games out of 75.
3 out of 4.
Yeah.
He's 75% there. If he gets one right today, at the halfway stage, you'll be 100%. And at the end of the day, even if you just get one right, you'll be 50%. That'll still be... Right.
213.
That's exactly what I was going for. I was going for 216, 217. But I'll tell you what, I'll go a little higher. I'm going to go... No, I'm not going to go higher. I'm going to go to... what did you say? 197? You said 213. Let's sit in the middle. 207. That doesn't seem right. Got to give him a little bit of wiggle room. And you as well. Okay, I'll go higher. It's okay. I've got enough wiggle room. I can get a couple wrong. It doesn't matter. I'm going to go for 223.
Wow.
Yeah? All right. 223. That's my score guess. It's the Wankhede. 2 of the boundaries are 2 yards inside the 30-yard circle. Yeah. Oh, what happened? Oh, I just wanted to fly. There, it was 6. Yeah, so that can happen as well. We'll see you at the end of the 10th over for Cricbuzz Combox. Do a little update of how the Knight Riders innings is going. I want to thank Shaun Pollock and Bhattacharjya. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Thank you so much. I'm Gaurav Kapur. You were watching Cricbuzz Live. We'll see you in a bit. Bye-bye.
Jaipur via Kota.
कृपया ध्यान आपो अहमदाबाद
दिल्ली में आपका स्वागत
ನಿಲ್ದಾಣದ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೊರಟಿರುವರೆ
Hyderabad को 50 एक्सप्रेस पौरबती स्टेशन नेताजी भवन कृपया ध्यान दें